ladies and gentlemen? We are back with another episode of the Injury Report. Today, we're going to catch you guys up back with my last 6 weeks of progress, go over everything that I've been doing. Let's just jump straight into this. Right here is my rehab log. I got this back in February. I wanted to keep a meticulous track of what was going on as far as my rehab went and what we did to get myself back to 100%. In the past, I have kept very good track of things as far as my workouts go. This is my original workout log. Here is where I kept track of days that I worked out. So let's just jump in here. It's September, see. Each pink dot is a day that I lifted weights. Each yellow dot is a day that I ran. I did a sprint workout or a distance run. And every green dot is a time that I went and played soccer for multiple months. Which is pretty cool to look back and see all the work. I figured I'd do the same thing with this rehab log. I originally started it back during prehab. Prehab is the thing that you do before you have surgery. My prehab consisted of things that you do for an ACL: heel to butt, leg lift, outside, inside leg lift, quad squeeze, knee extension, hip abduction, and then I also would do stem on my lower leg for the peroneal nerve. That was prehab. I was doing that every single day up until March 7th. I was at least 4 to 5 times a week, sometimes 6 if I could get in there. The better you get before surgery, the better it will be recovering after surgery. So I even got to a point where I could walk, which I didn't know was possible. I thought whenever you tear your ACL or something like that, that you're just on crutches until surgery, in a wheelchair until surgery. That was up until the 7th. We saw what happened on the 7th. They went in, fixed me. It was about a 4.5 hour operation. And then I get my initial rehab protocol. The rules are, for the initial 4 weeks, no weight bearing, no lateral straight leg raises. I need to allow the scars to heal, and I'm not allowed to have water contact, so I'm not allowed to wash my leg. I'll be fitted with the CPM machine. This is what I was talking about. See, if you look right there is where my foot goes in, and then my whole leg, my left leg just straps in, and it just moves it back and forth. We control it with that device. I think I've shown that before.
It was a year ago today that I met Laura. I thought she was my waitress, and took her 3 weeks to tell me that my beautiful mystery girl. And today I have
My wounds were to be redressed 3 days after surgery on March 10th.
That's actually pretty sweet, Doc. You did a hell of a job with that suturing. There we go. There we go. Unfortunately, I do. Savage only.
Alright, we're good down here.
You see what they gave Antonio Brown away? They gave him. Third to who?
At this point, I'm on painkillers, pretty heavy painkillers, taking them every 4 to 6 hours depending on the pain. Now, the painkillers make me nauseous, so when I took the painkillers, I also had to take nausea medicine. The nausea medicine would make me constipated. I did not like it at all. I just felt awful every day. My head was foggy. I had no idea what was going on. It just felt like hell. So after 4 days, on the Monday, I think was the last day that I took any painkillers. After that, I switched to ibuprofen. It did enough to keep me off of the pain pills, which were just awful. Now, I kind of quickly, since I hadn't been keeping up with this, I wrote down my pain levels as I could remember them. So week 1 pain, 8 out of 10. So my base for pain is 10 out of 10 was the day that I tore my ACL, stretched out my peroneal nerve, right? So that's day 1, and that would have been 10 out of 10. So week 1, the first night was 9 out of 10, but overall week 1 was definitely leaning towards an 8 out of 10. Week 2 and 3, 7 out of 10, and week 4, 6 out of 10. Now at this point I hadn't differentiated. This is just overall pain, not nerve pain versus knee pain. So the majority of the pain that was making it stay at these high numbers was coming from the nerve. And it just felt like my foot was on fire. From what I can remember, I think is the only way I could describe it. Like, it felt like I burnt my foot. That was definitely the worst. It wouldn't stay at that high level the entire time. It would come and go, but at its peak, it was pretty bad. the rehab actual protocol as far as movements I was allowed to do. So this is the start of rehab. So these movements are going to carry over. This is where we started. I'll just read through it quickly. Cryotherapy 20 minutes combined with quad sets and heel digs. Modified lower extremity massage. Assisted straight leg raises alternating every other day to allow for recovery. Assisted ankle pumps to be done simultaneously with unaffected limb. That's working on the perineal nerve and trying to get some nerve crossover so my leg can start to remember how to work. We have passive range of motion, so he's flexing my knee for 20 seconds as far as I can go. That was absolutely terrible. Never want to do that again. Assisted knee flexion extension 4x10, so they're moving my leg back and forth, no hold. That one was also very terrible, especially the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks. No, never again. And then we're still doing eSIM. We're doing Russian 10 on, 10 off, and cryotherapy. So that's what we're doing up until our first follow-up. Our first follow-up was going to be March 22nd. This is 2 weeks post-surgery. So we're not at our 4-week mark yet for the initial rehab protocol. We're at 2 weeks in. Got to go see Doc.
Hi, Smith. I'm actually I was supposed to be here at 9:15.
Post 2-week additions and notes. At 2 weeks, I was going in to get my sutures removed.
It's 2 weeks after surgery. Yesterday was 2 weeks. And today I'm supposed to get my stitches out. I've never had stitches or had to get stitches removed, so I'm not really sure what to expect.
Alright, man. How's it look?
Time? It's kind of big, right? But
That's normal.
Yeah.
That's normal. I mean, you had a big surgery. So.
This was where we took the graft from, right here.
That's what that starts from.
Yeah, and this was the anterolateral ligament reconstruction on that side.
One of my first big wins, the sutures removed meant I was able to wash my leg, finally. Able to wash my nasty leg that had been sitting in a sock and not getting washed for 2 weeks. We're going to continue the rehab plan with a couple added movements at 2 weeks. So now we're doing standing hip flexion, ball squeeze, quad set increase, patellar mobilization, and prone hangs. So that's all added to the previous week's rehab. So adding things in is always super exciting because it means that I've hit another level. I get to move on from what I was doing before, and we're getting a little less basic in our movements. So that was a good day. My pain level, I've differentiated now. My knee was about 1 to 4. And my foot and nerve pain was about a 5 to 8. The nerve pain waxes and wanes. It comes and it goes. It's not always at a 5. It's not always at an 8. But it was always around there for the most part. I have also asked for a lift because I'm losing my mind not being able to do anything all day except a couple of straight leg raises, right? So I've asked for a lift. I'm in there on crutches. So being in there on crutches was definitely more exhausting than a normal workout. So going through this workout would take about 2 hours when usually I could probably pump this out in about an hour, 45 minutes. But that was about it for post week 2, so weeks 3 and 4. My extension was at about 2 degrees and my flexion was at 127 degrees at this point. We're gonna jump ahead to week 4. Week 4 was a great week. Week 4 was the biggest leap I had taken since I could wash my leg again. Week 4, we're weight bearing again. That means I can walk. No crutches, no limping around, no asking people to grab things from me because I don't have any hands. I'm finally on my 2 feet again, walking around. And along with weight bearing, I get to stationary bike. So excited. I can stationary bike for 6 to 12 minutes, which means I'm biking for 12 minutes because I couldn't do anything before. So I'm walking. I have a new brace that fits a little bit better. It's a little bit smaller, more functional. It's a functional brace, and I can stationary bike. So basically all my dreams had come true at this point, and I was becoming more mobile again, and I was starting to get things back. Starting to have a little bit more freedom back to myself. We're finally adding some things on in therapy here. We're doing table assisted quarter squats. We're doing single leg balances, doing calf raises, bilateral toe raises, calf raises. So this was a big week, a big step forward in my freedom and in my rehab. I'm finally doing things once again that are almost mimicking athletic movement. So we're getting there at this point. This is one of the best weeks. My foot and nerve pain is still about a 1 to a 7, and my knee is sitting at about a 1 to a 4. My extension, we're 5 degrees past 0, so we're starting to bow out a little bit on my leg. I can extend further. And we have another meeting coming up on the 19th. So the 19th was my last checkup with Doc Smith. According to him, like, I was progressing ahead of schedule and everything looked good.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Take your picture from you. Thank you. Sorry I had to wait.
Oh, no, that's fine. What's up, Andrew? How are you? Not bad.
You want to do the brace first? Can you change that sheet? That's kind of disturbing.
That's floundering clip.
Just talked with Andrew, the guy that does the braces and fittings and stuff. So he just checked my brace out real quick. Looks like it fits well. Just gonna send Doc or whoever in, give me a check over real quick, and then I can get rolling. Hello?
Doc, hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm Dr. Oliver, one of the residents that works with Dr. Smith. How's the knee doing?
It's doing better.
Yeah?
Definitely.
So you're 6 weeks now from the surgery? How often are you going to therapy?
Every day. At least 4 days a week.
4 days a week.
And then I do all my, if I can't get to my trainer, I do all my stuff on my own, besides like stim and ice.
Has that nerve function improved at all, you think?
I think it has. Sometimes whenever I do the stim, I'm able to like just kind of get it to move. And I feel like I'm starting to get a like tiny, like not a lot, but just a tiny bit more feeling towards like upwards
Okay,
on this
good.
bar. So I
Good.
think it's coming back.
Good. All right, come on up to the table here. Is this your camera?
Yeah, that's my camera.
Nice.
What we're looking at, maybe just a trace of fusion, a little bit of swelling. A little extension. How far can you bend, man? What the heck, bro? Like 125 or so. Pretty awesome. Ahead of what I expected, by the way. Can you move your big toe at all? Can you feel?
I can. I mean, it feels kind of numb.
Does it feel any different?
It's,
Hard to say.
I mean, it kind of feels different than it did like a couple of weeks ago or when I first saw you, but not like an insane amount of difference. It
Good.
feels mostly different up here. You get starting to. It's kind of pretty itchy right here, actually.
Oh, it's pretty cool. I mean, that's where it comes from.
Yeah.
It grows this way. If the nerve recovers,
Mhm.
general teaching is 1 millimeter a day.
Yeah.
So how many millimeters is it from here to here? It's going to take a while. So a couple things. You've got to continue to wear the ACL brace. Interestingly, he says he's got a little bit of sensation toward the knee that he didn't have before. Kind of encouraging.
Okay, they want to see you back in 4 months. Have a good one.
Thank you, too.
So that was a good day. Then I got my updated therapy. So we're adding lateral abduction, adduction, straight leg raises, lateral mini lunge. Those are pretty fun, not gonna lie. Single leg balance work with eyes closed. Band clamshell movements. Now we're doing half squats, table assisted single leg squats. We're doing pelvic lifts, standing leg curls. At this point, my knee pain is about the same. I can feel the nerve coming back though, I've noted. And I definitely can. It starts to get more itchy near the top, so I'm getting feeling back. I'm definitely starting to have feeling back. This is as of week 6. I think I'm on week 9 now. I'm gonna have to go and look at the calendar, but I think I'm on week 9. I've done a couple workouts that I logged down. I wanted to start getting a base for my strength and where I was at. So I realized that I wasn't at the spot that I was before all of this happened, so I had to kind of humble myself, take notes over where I was starting so I could get a new base, and we're gonna work up from there. And that's about it as far as the rehab log goes. It's been a good couple weeks. We've made some huge strides forward. I'm ready to keep moving forward. I'm going down to Texas next week to continue my rehab. I think we covered everything. I think I got everything all caught up. I think I've come a long way as far as rehab goes. It's been quite the journey. I'm thankful for everyone that's gotten me to this point so far, and I'm excited to keep moving forward. If you enjoyed the video, like it. If you want to see more, subscribe. That actually, it does help. And there's new stuff coming soon. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. I will catch you guys next time. Hope you have a wonderful week, wonderful couple days until I see you again. And I guess that's it. See you later.